Bonjour, hi! Welcome to this session, How to Stay Productive When Working Remotely. I'm Frank Boucher, a Microsoft Cloud advocate, and I've been working from home for about 7 years. And in this session, what I want to do is share with you a few tips and tricks that I got along the way. It's not a definitive guide. I'm definitely not a pro, but I've been working for a little while, so I got some tricks. Let's get started. So first, it's not magic. There's no potion, spell, or magic pill that will make you more productive. You won't wake up tomorrow, say, yep, I'm 200% more productive today. Yeah. No, it's not working like that. It all depends on you. You need to decide to be more productive. And just like in real life, you will need to put the time and effort to make it happen. It's not magic, it will take time, it will take effort, and you will maybe fail. But don't worry, I get you, I will give you some tips and tricks and some application along the way that could help you. Ready? Let's get started. So, you're going to work from home. So go to work, get dressed. I'm not talking just about putting pens, I'm talking about getting dressed. Getting a nice shirt, some pants, getting your hair done, getting ready like if you're going to the office. Even sometime when I'm working very important client, I will put shoes. And honestly, I don't like to put shoes in my house, and my wife really don't like it. But it helps me to get in the zone, to trick my mind, and that's everything we want. We want to trick our minds so we are at the office. And I know for some people, they miss the commute. They miss that distinction between I'm at home and now I'm at the office. So what you can do, you could go grab a coffee, go close to your coffee shop, grab a coffee, get back home. You could take a walk, put a headset, maybe listen to a podcast, some music, do a little tour of the block, something like that. Get back, and when you get back to the office, now you are at the office. You are at work. And the trick worked. The second tips look simple, but stay with me, you will see it's not that simple. Make a schedule. I'm not talking about 9 to 5 here. I'm talking about what worked for you. Maybe you need your second half to take care of the kids because you have young kids, or maybe like me, they are older, but you still need to watch them a little bit. So you need to make a schedule, making dynamics. So maybe you're working a block in the morning, maybe another block at the afternoon, maybe you're working a day on the weekend. So make something that works for you, and also share it to your team and your manager. And I'm not talking just your manager because he needs to know when you're working, but so people know when they can interact with you. And the hardest part about making a schedule is respect it. Like me, for example, I'm a morning guy. I wake up very early, and that's where I'm at my prime. So I work, and then I have a block of 2 hours where I'm not working. That's the time for me to have my breakfast, take a shower, and stuff like that. But it may look simple, but during that period, I'm not answering text messages or email. But it's hard for me because I'm working from our global team. So my team needs to know this is my time where I'm disconnected. This is the time I need for me, for venting, to read news, and do my little, home stuff. So, what's your schedule? Okay, you're not a machine. You're definitely not a machine. You're not doing a sprint here. It's not like when you have crunch time and you're working from home because this project needs to be done. This is not what you're doing right now. You're working from home. So this is a marathon. You need the effort you're pulling in today. You will need to put the same effort tomorrow. So maybe you should reduce your pace so it's something you can cruise a little bit longer on it. Sorry, I hit the mic. And you need to pace yourself and get there. So try to time box. It helps. For me, I find out that it helps a lot. And don't multitask. You can't. You maybe think, yep, I can multitask, no problem. No, you cannot. That's called context switching, and it's really bad for you. For example, By the way, you should turn your webcam on if it's possible for you. It will help people to see you, and like the comprehension when you're in meeting will be much better this way. And for example, when I am in meeting, I could see someone really, watching something else or typing a lot. If they're not taking notes, they're probably just answering some message or email. Well, you're not helping my meeting. I'm trying to get things done here. And, if you are the person who's doing that, then you're slowing down that meeting. Being focused, looking to the camera, will make things happen faster. So your meeting could be shorter and everything will get done more productively. Take notes. It's very important to keep track of everything you do because you will be interrupted. Just like in the office, but the interruption may be your kids or a phone or something else. So taking notes is very important. Here, that's a description, like an example of the notes I was taking on pen and paper because, yep, pen and paper are still a thing. The way I worked is I have always a top 3 priority. Could be 5 for you. For me, what works was 3 top priorities. Those are the things I really need to be done today. It must be done. If it's not done, then I will bring it on the next day. So those little squares at the top of my page, they need to be checked. So only 3 because if you're trying to put 10 things, it won't work. And then I have something where I have on schedule everything I do. So I start working at 9 o'clock, do this thing, start working. Maybe someone else is chatting with me, so I will do that. When I go back to work on my task, I will take a note. Oh, now it's 10:30 and I'm starting again. Like in the middle, I help Patrick to blah, 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 blah for his client. So it helps you if you have a timesheet. This type of note really helped me when I was doing a timesheet. These days, I'm using a digital version. I will show you the app in a few seconds, but it helps me a lot to know where I put my effort. Maybe I'm, getting distracted, or maybe I'm just super laser focused. Yeah, telling you, boss, focus. Okay, let's talk tech because we all like techs, right? Let's do it. And I'm not saying, just before we go, I'm not saying those are the tools you absolutely need to be productive. I'm just giving you some example, things that work with me or things that my coworker use and love a lot. Let's get started. In the take notes things, like I said, pen and paper, still very good. For me, it was not great because I was traveling a lot and I always forgot my notebook. So that's why I turned digital. I'm using right now OneNote. I find out that it's really convenient. I can have it on many devices on my phone. I can share it. I can drop link images and stuff like that. For me, it worked very well and it's very simple. I know a lot of my coworkers use Notion.so. It's fantastic. It's Markdown based. It's online. It's not free, but yeah, there's a free SKU there that you could use. So it's very convenient too. So, and I'm sure there's many different others. That's the 2 I picked just for giving an example. Now in the time tracker kind of type, there's Toggle that I really like these days. And for a long time, I also use Grindstone Time Tracker. So what I like about those tools is they keep track of everything, and even you're working, then your phone's ring, so you answer talking to that client, and when you get back to your PC, as soon as you touch it, the tool will prompt you, say, hey, are you still working on task A? Because they noticed that you didn't touch your keyboard or your mouse for a little while. So right away they could enter the time from when you stopped touching the computer to right now to another, maybe task B, and then you continue to work on task B or task A, depending on your setting you put there. So very useful, very convenient, keeping track of all the little tiny bits. It helps a lot. If you're doing timesheets, it's wonderful. If you're not doing timesheets, it's great. You have details and reports at the end, so you can see where you put the effort. Maybe you think that a task is just taking you 2 hours, but when you look at it, you really spend half a day in it. So it helps to get improved and see where you put your time. and then it will help you to time box maybe on the next time and have a better schedule and be more productive. Again, try, putting effort, refine, repeat. Then there's the To-Do or Task app. I really like To-Do, Microsoft To-Do. It's integrated in the Outlook, so very simple. You'll receive an email, so, oh, I should do that. Put To-Do, so you'll have a reminder, maybe like next day, maybe next week. It's really useful. Like I say, a lot of time I will take these and put a note in my OneNote because I prefer having everything in one place, but I still use To-Do. I think it's very useful. You can use many different other to-do lists. I know there's an extension in Visual Studio Code. There's other applications also exist. And when you want a little bit more broad project management kind of things, there's Trello and Gitkraken boards that are really awesome, that offered dashboard where like Kanban board. So those are cards. You can work on that also with post-it on the wall. But you know, I prefer digital for the same reason. When I'm somewhere else, I don't bring my walls usually with me. So you have those tasks, those cards. They are in the different columns depending on the status. If they are like just in to-dos, they are in progress, they are waiting validation from someone else, maybe they are done, so you are moving the things. I'm a big fan of Gitkraken boards because they are very visual. You can add images. I can share that with people, and for me, I do a lot of GitHub project, open source project with the community. So those boards could be shared as read-only, and also they are synced with the task, the issue in GitHub. So it's really convenient for me to move things around with the codes and everything. And there's different SKUs that are free, and it's very convenient. I will put all the links for all those applications in the description. Again, it's not a finish list of all the apps you absolutely need to be productive. Just a few suggestions, and feel free to add more if you think I forgot an important one. Last thing is, this is not a finite thing. It's not, yep, I'm productive now, I'm done, I could go. No. You always try to improve. You'll always find something where you can get better. Maybe there's a new app. Maybe you find out that, you know what, morning for you doesn't work. Maybe for you, morning work, but you need to adjust your wake up time. So don't try to put everything at once. Don't try to wake up 3 hours earlier. It won't work. Just, you know, a little bit earlier, go that way and, you know, adjust like this. Don't try to put every tool, take notes, everything at the same time. Take the time to be more productive by inserting one new things and create an habit of using it. The habit is what is really important when you're trying to be productive, getting in the zone and doing those things again and again. Try to refine and get better. So enjoy the journey and just having fun. I hope that little presentation helped you. It was presented the first time during Microsoft Build, and I think it could also help you. So that's why I record it and share it here. If you have any comment, questions, or you have ideas, leave a comment down below. I'm always happy. Thank you for watching. See you next time.